Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Tracy here. Welcome to hold up. Welcome to Branding Insights. My name is Tracy Folks, and I am the owner and creative director of KK&S Designs, and we sell signage for all events, and we help with business branding. And today we are here for our series, our Friday morning series that lasts for about 15 minutes just to discuss topics on branding. So as you can see, hello. We added some things to our background today. Now you can see my ring light in here. I have to learn how to fix that part. But it's a portion of your branding. You always want to put yourself in a position of elevation. You always want to elevate. So good morning, Patrice. Good morning, Tiara. You always want to make sure that you're elevating not only yourself, but your experiences and things around you. So I did not like the way things were looking. So I said, let me change. So let me go back to a setup that I had previously before. And we just whipped up this sign this morning. I mean, my son just put it together. How are you, Patrice? Just put it together this morning. So I thought about it. I'm like, let me just go ahead and whip up a sign. Got to figure out how to get this lighting better. But current frame is too low. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm on live. So we're live this morning on Instagram and Facebook. I just purchased a tablet so that we can kind of help with everything. But not sure if I'm doing it right. But we'll see. So this morning, I am going to discuss storytelling as a portion of your brand. What do I mean by storytelling? Basically, who is your business and who are you? Who is your business and the story that's behind your brand? And that's one thing that I'd like to hear from people sometimes. I'd like to know why you started. What does your business stand for? Those types of things. And it's important to have a story. Good morning. And if you know a lot, if you listen to any of the big or anyone when they discuss branding, they talk about telling a story. It could be a sad story, it could be a happy story, but what is the story behind their brand? It makes people or your customers or your potential customers have an identifying, it allows them to identify with you. Who is this person? Do I support them? Do I like them? You might find out some brands participate in things that you might not be happy about. You might not like. You might not want to patronize their business because of some of the things that they stand for. So we're going to put it on a good note today. And so I'll tell you what we've been doing. So I have a team. I have 3 people. I have a guy that works on my SEO. His name is Erwin. And I have one of my virtual assistants. They're all virtual. One of my assistants, she really focuses more on the business branding. She does my she does my graphics. She helps with my social media, and she does a lot of things. Good morning. And in addition, I have another young lady, and she name is also Karen, and then we have Madge. Madge works on the behind the scene types of things for like our emails. I can't remember. And I think feedback surveys. So we're just trying to transition my staff into these different positions so that we can better serve our customers. So one of the things that we decided to do this month was to do a giveaway. Now, every October, I do some type of breast cancer giveaway. Well, it didn't start off as a giveaway. It started out as a fundraiser to be able to raise funds. So, and I want to say we've been doing it for about 3 years now. But this year, we decided to do a giveaway. And the giveaway was this floral box. Now, I don't have the apple like the picture has. But if you've been looking at our social media account, you'll see that we have this beautiful floral box that we are giving away so that we can, one, gain awareness about the brand, who we are, what we stand for. And we thought that October would be a great month to push it because of my my efforts in trying to raise awareness about breast cancer. Now, let's talk about the purpose of me doing this is so that one, we can raise awareness, and two, we can give to someone who is going through, who is experiencing or going through, or a family member or caregiver that is helping someone that is going through breast cancer or dealing with breast cancer right now. And the story behind it is I have family members that have experienced breast cancer and the trials and the issues with dealing with breast cancer. And so it has always been touching to me to be able to give back in some way. Good morning. So, the thing about it is most of it has been on my father's side. So my father is 9. He's one of 9. And his oldest sister, she had breast cancer. I want to believe twice. And I think she might have had ovarian cancer. She passed away, I don't know, maybe like 6 years ago with due to the complications of breast cancer. I want to believe maybe another sister might have had it. I can't recall. But I know that one of my aunts, her daughters, well, 2 aunts. So another one of my cousins that I was relatively close with, I want to believe she was diagnosed with breast cancer. I want to say maybe she was like 34, I believe. And we were close. And when I got the news, I was so sad about it. So good morning. And then we had another cousin. So my cousin, she survived breast cancer. And then I had another cousin, another one of my father's sisters, her daughter, her name was Kayla. She had breast cancer. And I want to believe that she had just turned 30 years old and she was finishing up with her chemo. I want to believe this time last year, she was finishing up with her chemo. And they put her on it. She had just finished her chemotherapy. She had just turned 30. I want to believe with like maybe the next day. They put her on a new medication and she passed away. And it was just sad. But I say all of that to say the day that I found out that she went into renal failure, I had just gotten back home from a young lady who passed away. I just came back home from her funeral. This young lady, I knew her since I was like 8 years old, and the lady who's her mother goes to my church, and I just came from a funeral to get home. I mean, I just pulled in the driveway and found out that my cousin, who was supposed to have made it, she passed away from breast cancer. So 2 different deaths, unrelated. Related to breast cancer during the same time frame. Then there's another cousin, again, on my father's side, who was diagnosed, but I believe they caught it really early, and it was breast cancer. So I say all this to say the story behind what I do, especially for October, is because I want to give back. And my cousin Kayla loved flowers. She loved pink. So to make this pink in the shade of all the different pinks dealing with breast cancer, it was important for us to be able to come up with something. And another little note about my cousin was that she started a LLC, I believe, or business involving flowers. She wanted to be a florist or do some things on the side dealing with flowers. And so we put 2 and 2 together. And she loved chocolate. So it just it worked out. Again, I don't have the apple. I had to get rid of the apple that's on the picture. But when we give this away, thank you so much. When we give it away, it will have a fresh apple that'll be a part of the giveaway. So that's the story behind it. And in the story, the way that I probably just put it was probably not all nice and pretty and tidy. But if I would have typed it up and put it in Chat GPT, it would have gave a heartfelt message about good morning, about what the story behind the giveaway. It isn't just to gain followers. It really is to give something to someone. And because, good morning, Natalie, how are you? It is so many people affected by breast cancer. We wanted to be able to streamline who we give this piece away because it is important. And that is the story behind it. And so as your business is moving forward, what is the story behind your business? Good morning. What is the story behind your business? What stories are you pushing out there so that people know? One of the, I guess, the characteristics or the pinpoints about what I do is I love to help people. When I started out, before I even started this, I wanted to be a social worker because I love to help people. I got a little drained with helping people in that capacity. But what I do now, what I'm doing with this for business owners, I want people's business to succeed. I want your business to succeed. So I'm offering help for you to be able to succeed. That's the story behind what I do. I could go and get a job doing anything, but this is what, good morning. This is my purpose. And so sometimes if you tell your purpose, people can resonate with you. They're not thinking, okay, well, what is the person doing next to me? What is their story? And we don't always know. But if you put your story out there, depending on what your story is, have a story about what you do. Have a story about why you do what you do. So that you can resonate with your customers. So I ask you, what is your business story? And you don't have to know it right now, but I just urge you to start writing it down. What are the things that connect your business? I believe, and I'm not saying this and trying to be selfish, that I in my business, I do a lot of things that I probably shouldn't do. I should not take last minute orders. I probably should not care about the tight timeline, especially at the last minute, that some people have. But because I have a heart for people, I have a heart for caring, I do it. And I don't always promote that I do everything, but I'm just saying, like, that is who I am, and who I am exudes in my business. So for those that have worked with me, those that, yes, right on time, on timelines, I want to exude that. So in the things that I do, I want to exude it. So I don't probably give out the entire story about the business, but I can, and I don't have a problem with it. Like I said before, my daughter started out doing desserts. She didn't want to do it anymore, but while she was doing desserts, I would help her create crafts. I would make like the stands for her cake pops, and I thought that was fun. Then I started helping people do banners like me, and I love her in her spirit. Oh, I love you too. I love you too, LaShawn. How are you? So she started out doing the desserts. She didn't want to continue, so I continued to do the crafts, and the crafts were allowing me to just take my mind off of the things that were going on, and it just kind of kept going. And then I had a CPR company, and I had a launch party, and I loved it. I decorated it by myself. I did everything. I did all the planning, and it was fun. And from there, someone asked me to help with the wedding, and it kind of just snowballed. Then I got into the signage part because I wanted to offer something different. I didn't want to just go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and pick something up. I wanted to offer some custom pieces. And then that's kind of how I got to this point. And so I've been adding different layers onto the business and taking some things away. But the fact still remains is that I want to help people. I want to, like I said, I want someone in this business to grow. And if I know that, if this person has this event and they contacted me, they really need me. It's kind of superficial, but I really want to help them. I really want to get it out there. And so I take on orders, at the very last minute sometimes. But again, it's for my purpose, is to be able to help someone. I know I can't help everyone, but that is the story behind my business. And so going forward, one of the things that my business has decided to do is on our thank you cards, I wanted to add a blurb, I guess if that's what you want to call it. I wanted to add something about who we are. Yes, you purchased from me, but here's who you're really helping. Who you're really helping is a mother. This is my full-time job. You're really helping me build a legacy for my children. I want to be able to purchase a house. I want to be able to do things. And each time someone orders from me, they are helping. And I appreciate that. And no, you don't have to know everybody's business about everything, but this job has allowed me to be home. I've picked my kids up and dropped my kids off. If I were to go to a regular job, I probably wouldn't be able to do that all the time. I also pick up my grandson. I have to take him to school and drop him off. If someone is sick, I am here. I don't have to call out sick, which when I was working, those were some of the issues. And I have a lot of children. So just imagine each week, and I have 7 children. So just imagine if each week, can you share your thank you card with us? Sorry, my iPad fell. Tablet, sorry. You know what? Here, let me tell you the little story behind that. I'm sorry, I'm on Facebook, and this new tablet I bought, let me unplug it. Keeps falling. Okay, so I will I can send, I'll post it in my stories. I posted the digital portion. The reason what happened was I ordered some from Staples. My fault. It was at the last minute because I was doing this last minute vendor event. And the way that they came out was really ugly. I didn't like them. And it wasn't the information that we had up there. It was the way they printed them. I guess they printed black on all white paper and it just looked horrible. So I took them back. And we had business cards as well. And if I can, all my stuff is going to fall. I don't know. I sent everything back, but what I will do is post the digital portion on my story so you guys can see it. So good morning. So I say that to say, share your story with people so that people understand what's going on. But let me backtrack. So when I was working, one of my children, at one point, everybody was getting sick all the time. And so I was always having to take off work. I didn't have anyone else. My mom lived in California. My father lived an hour away from me. I didn't have anybody that could keep them. So I was always having to take off of work, which of course it poses as a problem. So now that I have my own business and I work from home, I can flex my schedule to what I need to do. So it has afforded me the opportunity to do that. And anybody that's a mom or a person who is in complete, who has to deal with these types of things, you understand how difficult it can be. So we just decided to put that thank you and a little bit of information about who KK&S is so that people can understand who they're buying from. In addition, we have a new website, and the website that we're working on, we're also adding a little bit more information about who we are. Good morning. It is important for your business to have a story. What is your story? Who are you? What are you doing? What do you hope to achieve? What do you want to do? It is extremely important. So again, we go back to our floral box that we are having for our giveaway. And this just leads to a story. What is the story that we're trying to push for this month? What do we want to do? We want to help people. We want to give someone or brighten somebody's day. And even little things that I want to do. And I have so many ideas. I have a lot of ideas about what I want to do, where I want to go. How has the economic climate we're in now affect the business? Oh, good question. It has affected it. Things can be slow. And right now, I've heard a lot about it before. Listen, a couple months ago, I'm busy. I'm so busy, I can't take a break, and I'm frustrated and all this other stuff. And now, like this week, I will be honest, it has slowed down. I don't have any pressing big events that I have to work on. And in the beginning, it's like, boom, it's like a sting. You stung like, oh my goodness, this sucks, but at the same time, I thought about it this morning and I'm like, wait a second, I need a break. This is good for me in terms of let's go back to the drawing board. Let's fix the things that we need to fix. Let's go back and finish our website that I've been having someone work on for almost a year and it's still not done. Let's go back and fix the things that need to be fixed in the business. So when business picks up again, we already have it done. I'm not trying to balance 5 different things at the same time. So I say plan, plan, save your money, hold on to some money. But at the same time, don't stop your business. Don't push your business out or quit your business because it hasn't. I mean, it's a time frame. There's seasons. Every business has a season. There are slow seasons and there are high seasons, and it just kind of goes up and down. And my business is the same as anyone else's. So on the flip side, I do have a CPR company that I do. And if it gets to the point where I have to go get a job, then I'm actually interested in doing that because sometimes I get bored. I believe I have ADHD and I just have to go. But I do, I just say plan. And the times that your business is slow, take some classes, learn, whether it's YouTube University, where it's, wherever you can, organize and strategize. And even your brand, change things in your brand to make your business better. So when the seasons go back up or things pick up, you already have all of that done. So I like the little break. I've actually had a pretty easy week this week. So I can't say that it's going to be like that next week. But right now, it's pretty easy. And so instead of being angry, I'm going to take this time and do some things. I want to, well, first of all, I need to get rid of some stuff. Like my son is working with me, and we have a basement full of stuff. And so now it's time to go through it. Maybe start selling some stuff, getting rid of some stuff to one, make space, two, unclutter, and three, who knows what I'm going to bring in here next. But just organize and strategize is one of the things, and find things in your business that you want to change. So, and share your story with that. Like, it's not, I don't think it's bad if people's business kind of goes up and down. I think it's life, and that's what any business goes through. A lot of people are facing a lot of these issues going on right now. So it's just how you deal with it and how you look at it. What can you do to do better? And I'm thinking, what can I teach? I know I've been asked to teach classes on my Lux bars, which they are beautiful and I love making them. I've been asked to teach classes on lasers, designing. And so those are some of the things that I probably will be doing. But I got to take care of the stuff that's here first. So again, what story is your business telling? What are you doing to put yourself out there? And how are you reaching out to your customers? How can we connect with you in terms of, okay, I see you on social media, but who are you? Who are you behind the brand? Do you show up? Are you showing your face? Now, I'm not saying that you have to show your face every time, because for sometimes I don't. Like some people, I don't know what I'm gonna look like on it from day to day. So I might not post everything all the time. But it was funny because I went to an event on last Saturday, and someone one lady came up to me in Dion, majestic. I forgot her business name. I'm sorry, Dion. But anyway, so she came up to me. Well, she looked at me, and I'm thinking, okay, what she keeps staring at me for? And come to find out, she came to me and she was like, I was looking at you, and I was like, I know her face. She is with, KK&S. And it's because I show my face. If all you ever saw was my hands, you would never know who I am. But I will say that showing your face sometimes, or picture of yourself, is helpful so that your customers can recognize you. I mean, it happens quite a lot. Like, people will reach out to me or see me and be like, oh, hey, I've seen you before, I follow you. And it's a good thing. But share your story. That was the topic of today. Share your story about who your business is and what you do. Now, so I know sometimes, I will say on Instagram, or sometimes it's social media, sharing your story. And if it's long, nobody really wants to read it. But sometimes I will read people's story. I can't say that I've been getting a lot of engagement when I share things. It just really depends on the topic. So I'm not exactly sure. But I'm interested to see how our giveaway goes. I think we have like one person respond. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with people. Like, I don't get it. But it just bewilders me. Like, okay, you don't want to share it? That's fine. Somebody wants to share it. But either way, share your story. I'm not going to give up something that I feel passionate about. And I do plan on, in order to push my business forward a little bit more for people to understand me, I will share a little bit more of my stories as we go on. So that's all that I have for today. Anybody have any questions or anything they want to discuss? Because it says I've been up here for, let me see. I don't know how to use this. I've been up here for like 23 minutes, so no questions. So again, Patrice, you want to be on my live? Come on, Patrice. You have a question? Okay, hold on. Where's Patrice? All right, let's see. Let's bring Patrice on. Uh,
You
Hi,
are
Patrice.
you're
How?
amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. Um,
Oh, thank you.
Today, yeah, I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and I said I want to be on live today with her. I really like, I really like energy. I am so happy to have been a part of your family. I think I started following you about a month, maybe, and I like what I see.
Oh, thank you.
I've been self-employed since '92. Our homecoming is this weekend, and just getting back, and I'm going back to school to get my MBA.
Okay.
Just to get back into what has been a challenge for me. And you
Mhm.
make it so easy. You make it so transition and getting back into what we need in life. I like how you said a few minutes ago about, I think a lot of people do gatekeeping.
Mhm.
We're not fluid with giving out information. When I started, it was like that. Like
Mhm.
everybody, you don't want to know what, it don't matter what the next, it don't matter that Arby's and Wendy's and everybody, they all bringing something different to the table. All you
Mhm.
got to do is just give it up. It's not hard. It's free. You
I agree.
and people are just they hold on, they feel like that they don't want. I feel like what's for you is for you, and what's for me is for me, and it's not gonna hurt
Mhm.
to give the information up.
I agree. I believe hold on one second. Let me get to that, but let me read this. Love Shade says, I want to say thank you for sharing. I'm a small business owner and I appreciate you being so vulnerable with sharing business and life experiences because I know it's not always easy. Oh, peace and more blessings to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will say, you don't have to give away the whole kit and caboodle, especially if you're trying to sell some things and bottle it up to sell it. But for the most part, I would go live, and I don't go live often. Like I started when I started going live, I started doing crafts. Like I like to do crafts. I don't do them as much anymore in that sense. But my mom would ask me, "Why do you keep showing all of this stuff? Isn't somebody going to steal your idea?" And I'm like, they can find it. I'm not doing anything that's like anything new, anything difficult. But I noticed that even when I was offering things for free, people were still paying to come to the classes. So I just believe that, and I pay for people's classes. Like I appreciate someone giving me like some knowledge, but you know what? When you go into these classes, you're learning a little bit more. You're gathering a little bit more. So I don't believe that I'm giving anything away that's a trade secret, like the Krabby Patties, the Krabby Patty recipe, because I don't think I'm doing anything different. And you're right. There's a Target and a Walmart that might be in close proximity. There's a Burger King, a Wendy's that's in close proximity. Some days you might want Wendy's, some days you might want, Burger King. Like even so, for you, some days you want this, some days you want that. And then you might realize, you know what, I like this place better. I'm going to go with this person. I like, what this person is giving me. So I want to support them. So, which is why it leads back into telling your story. So I'm glad that you are going back to school to get an MBA. I have a master's in human resources and management. And so I started working on a PhD. No point to so I was working on a PhD. I did all but the dissertation because they were trying to jack me with paying with the finance portion of it. And people are asked like, how are you using your education? And sometimes I'm like, well, am I using my education for its intended purpose? But those type of degrees are multidisciplinary degrees where you can take it and use it wherever. My undergrad is in speech communication, so I talk. And starting in January, we'll be doing some live classes in person, business branding training. So I'll be able to utilize those pieces. So I think whatever you learn is a skill that you can make money from one way or the other, as
I
long as you push forward.
thought it would be right there for it when you was talking about the cupcakes. We in all facets of life.
Okay.
I started my daughter's. I'm an accountant.
Okay.
That's um. So when she was 2, I started her cooking business.
Mm-hmm.
She's won all the contests a lot. She's 24 now.
Oh, nice. Does she still do it?
She's in college.
Okay.
Um, we want to relaunch it, but I'm like you. I just don't want to do it after the pandemic. I just don't want to do it like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Door
It's
to door selling $5 bag cookies and all that. We don't have to do that no more, and I don't want to.
right.
I'm smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Well, and my mom says that all the time. And I do want to get the business to be, I guess my stuff is more custom. So it's really difficult to translate to someone what I want. Like you have to be like great to work with me in that sense. Like I need somebody to do this. I need somebody to do this. But I know, I know I can build this. I know I can do that. So finding the right person would be great because I don't want to do this every single day. Like it's not my desire to pick up acrylic and have my whole living room and dining room is I have a laser, two machines.
Mm-hmm.
I have no couch.
Yeah.
My business has taken over, but I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that I want. Good morning, good afternoon. This is not something that I want forever. I want to be in a different place. I want to be able to have people work while I make money. I can make some money now. I just need the opportunity and the space to be able to do it. So I do want to work smarter and not harder. But in the meantime, I got to do what I got to do to get to where I need to get to.
Right. So what I would encourage you to do is get with a woodworker, somebody
Mm.
who's into making wood. And I have a plethora of Rolodex that I think you and I can talk about. I would like for us to think about how we can bring our talents together to help others in a large capacity, because making $100 every couple of weeks, that's not what I want.
Oh no,
I,
that's not enough. That's not enough to pay for eggs.
uh-uh. So now with our brand, we deal with a lot of luxury people that have money that can afford, if I say it, we have different, like I said, different businesses. So to start up a business, to start it from the ground up now, you need at least $50,000 to $100,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't have it to have it. I don't know if you watch Pinky Cole, but I watch her. I love her. They're taking, she does the help.
Vegan restaurant.
Yeah, she has
Mm.
she's online now, and she has other desires that she helping Black women, but she you got to be realistic,
Mm-hmm.
just starting a business from the ground up, doing the patent and finding the name and doing the if you decide whatever business structure you're going to do, it costs the branding, like you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
the branding in itself, what you're talking about, even with branding, that's a good $50,000.
Oh, it don't have to be. Well, you don't. It depends. Like, if you first start now, I would never suggest anybody spend that much money. I would say start slow, and because let's say you don't want. So if I was a new business and I'm starting out, I would never pay thousands of dollars for branding. And here's why: because it is likely that I'm going to change. It is likely I might not like the font. I might not like what the logo looks like. I might want to change things. So I would say wait till the business has been established for a few years, then spend. So you can cut
And
costs with
that
some of this branding.
that's the part we want right there,
Mm-hmm.
which you just said.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I start, how much can I start at? When I get to that level, when should I switch? That's the
It,
information.
so I mean, it just depends on the business. Like, for instance, when I started, I don't have my business cards. They're over there. My stuff was ugly. Like, it wasn't because I wasn't doing this. When I started, the name of the business was Crazy Craft Dreams, because I'd have these crazy dreams. That was the name of the business. And then as the layers started to change, I started to add more. But it wasn't until I want to say 2018, I think I switched over to this black and white logo. Simple,
Okay.
because I wanted purple and I wanted pink, and I went on, I think I created my own business cards at first. And then, it just kind of trickled, but that's all that I had. I had no money. I mean, absolutely no money. I could not even afford a sheet of acrylic can cost $350. I before, I think it was like $250. I couldn't afford it. Like, I could only buy
So
one. And if I
so
bought this one,
somebody with no money, where could they start?
well, you
That's what
gotta have, I mean,
huh?
you you could start off making your own stuff, or you can go on Fiverr or Canva and create your own stuff. Now, but if you go that route, everybody else and their grandma probably gonna have the same design. So you got to use a little creativity, but it depends on the business. Each business is different. But as
Absolutely.
far as branding portion, it starts with who you have to know who you are. It's free to know who you are. You can go on Google and figure out your business. You can go on Chat GPT and figure out who your business is and how you want it to run. Then the layers add on. So what's your logo going to look like? What is your font? What fonts are you going to have? What are you doing? What is the language that you want to use? Start there. Like I said, if you don't have any money, you can go on Canva. They have a free option. You can pay to be I forgot, some you got to pay like $10, I think, if you want to get the upgrade. if you have some money, you can go on Fiverr. And you can get a logo for like $30. You can get that and just kind of start there. I would not suggest a whole lot of money in the beginning because you don't know where the business is going to go. I paid a young lady maybe like $300 one time to do us design, and she, first of all, she stole my money and gave me junk. And not only she ripped a whole lot of people off. Her name was Amy Sue, if anyone knows her. Amy Sue, do not use her, but she ripped a lot of people off for thousands of dollars. So I would just be careful, but I would say start off small. And then once you see, okay, well, you know what? I think my business is, now it's time for me to change. Now it's time for me to, you know what? I think I want a different logo, or I want this different. Just be prepared that you have to pay money to get money. You know, like I think sometimes some people want to be like, well, I don't have money. Like, okay, there's one particular person said they contacted me and they, you know, I'm not cheap. I think I'm a little cheap, but I'm not cheap to some people,
Right.
which is fine.
Right.
And if they have an event and you're working an upscale, I'm just going to be, it might be a little bougie. If you're having an upscale event, I would not suggest, if you're a bartender, to have a paper sign with your Cash App up there. When I see it, I'm kind of like, ugh. You can get somebody to do your Cash App sign for cheaper, you know, a cheap price. So it just depends on where you want. And that's what I tell people. Like, if you don't have the money to work with me, you don't have to. But start off where you can and do small investments. I bought one sheet of acrylic, did all that I could to be able to keep adding money onto what I want. And now, you know, I'm not can't say I've arrived, but I'm better. I'm far better where I am now. Started.
Well,
So I would say start off small.
I can't wait to start taking your classes because we need help with our branding and it's important.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And you bring
Wow, people have been messaging.
a plethora of knowledge.
Well, thank you. You know, and I always be like, I don't know anything. I don't have any information, but I think some stuff, you know, I have ideas for days. Like I can come up with 65 million ideas. Now, am I going to do all of them? Probably not, because I don't have time. But I think that some people just need help. I think some people just need help, or they just don't know where to go. And they just need, some people just need a little push. And I don't mind just helping some people. But at the same time, when you get that push, it's up to you to continue the trajectory. I can't force your hand to do something.
Yes.
People just have to have the wherewithal and they have to have the initiative in order to be able to do it. Like business isn't going to fall in your lap. Nobody's just going to order from me because, you know, they like my short haircut. No, I got to get out there. I have to do things in order to bring business in. And that's a job in itself. That's a job in itself. So in terms of business branding and just branding your business, you got to know where you are and who you are, where your business is, and then go from there.
So I'm going to, before the end of the end, by Sunday, I'm going to send you my email, and then I will schedule and take classes and even talk about white labeling. I think you will be great. Yeah. And you know, I'm in the media business, so one of our businesses, and I think that you would be great on some platforms. I need separating yourself from the business.
Okay. That works for me.
Yeah. So your honorarium, we're gonna call it right now. Your honorarium starts at $5,000.
Okay, I'll take that. Because you know, makeup and hair and nails and stuff, that's expensive.
Yep. Yeah, we got a call ever since P. Diddy, his situation dropped. We have been getting inundated with calls. We have our one of our marketing, our media business is called I'm in Your Business Too. I'll send you that so you can go like the page. But we were there for Ahmaud Arbery. We was there with Breonna Taylor and, you know, Ben Crump and all of those are our friends, and we on the front lines. We help bring we help and bring the awareness to our communities, the importance of voting and being active and doing what you need to do to make sure that you get what you get.
Right.
You don't
have to participate.
You don't like that hole in the road? Go to the council meetings and talk about it.
Yep.
Be a part of the community and being active, having your voice. Volunteer.
Yep.
Be a part of the walks. Don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution.
Yep. That's what I told my kids, be a part of the solution. I just told my son, I think it was my son. I think it was somebody. Might have been my son. Like before I even started working, I was volunteering. Nobody told me, nobody said, hey, Tracy, you got to volunteer. I had a car. I had time. I volunteered. I volunteered at a transitional shelter, helping women, created a communication class while I was in college. I didn't get necessarily get anything out of it other than I showed up at work on time. It just built my work ethic in terms
Absolutely.
of what I was trying to do. And I think that a lot of times people want to jump from A to making $100,000 a year. And
Yeah,
that's not realistic. Like,
not at
can you
all.
come to work on time? Can you do this? I mean, what are you doing? Like, so it prepared me to say, okay, I need to be here on time. I need to do this. But I've always been that type of person. And sadly enough, a lot of people aren't. I tell my kids, I have grown kids,
Now,
you
where are
know, instead of
you?
you talk,
Where are
say
you
that,
now? Where do you
I
live?
live in Pasadena, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
hmm
Where?
Pasadena, Maryland, near
Oh,
BWI, not far away from there.
okay.
hmm
Okay. My nephew went to Hampton, so is that
Okay,
close?
that's yep, yep. My family lives in Norfolk, Virginia. I went to Morgan State, University of Maryland, and then I did the PhD portion on at Capella University, well, whatever you want to call that school. But I think there are a lot of things that people can want to complain about and don't want to do anything to fix it.
That's
So it all starts with you. I can't complain about something if I'm not trying to change it. So
all right.
I
I'll send you my
yeah.
information. I look forward to many more of these. I look into being a part of your brand, spending money with you, um,
I take
and,
it.
and telling people about
Well,
you.
thank you. Likewise, I'll do the same thing. So send me your information and we can connect there.
All right, darling. You
All
take
right.
care.
You too. All right. Thank you. All right, everyone. That is it for the show today. I don't even know how to let you off. Just you can stay on. That is the. Oh, she left. So thank you all for watching today. This was an impromptu conversation, but again, we are giving away. We are having KK&S Designs is having a giveaway. So if you look at our page, Instagram page, we have it listed. It is pinned to our account. But again, we're trying to give away this beautiful box, and it has a chocolate covered apple that accompany it. You are so welcome. Have a great day. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. We want to be able to give this away to someone. Please do not make me beg. I mean, we had one person who shared their story. We want to hear more stories because there are lots of people that have been affected. And if you don't feel comfortable, sorry, feel comfortable with sharing your story on social media, email it to us because I want to know, I want to hear, I want to see. So again, give a story about your business, who your business is, what you stand for. Um, and I believe that that will push your business in the right direction. So I'm going to go. I've extended my stay. I've been up here for 42 minutes. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. And